pound for pound great, the sensational,
the one, the only, the undisputed, heavyweight champion of the world.
Welcome. TrueCoreTv presents Champions of the World.
Hosted by the DINUNZIO Brothers, HD, Foe, and myself, Vago.
The show that gets you to know some good people doing good things. We want to ask our guests some questions to see what their thoughts and feelings on a wide range of topics which we feel should be talked more about, focusing on mental, physical, and spiritual health, truth, freedom, love, and the warrior spirit.
Before we get started, we gotta give some love to our sponsors, Zio, natural, organic, fresh products, sourcing the best of natural and organic products brought directly to your door.
I'd like to introduce to our guest one of our top contenders to be the next champion of the world. He's an entrepreneur. I met him in Acapulco, Mexico at a conference. I wanted him on because his energy is just amazing. Whatever he does, he's gonna be successful at. His name is DOM MARCEL COULOMBE. Dom, how you doing today? Pretty good, brother, pretty good. So Don, tell them a little bit about yourself. Give our people a little something, a little story.
I was born in Edmonton, kind of lived all around Edmonton, just moved a lot. I lived in Ontario for about 2 years and came back to Edmonton and finally moved out to Kelowna, where there's lots of action happening for entrepreneurs at the moment, whether it be online or brick and mortar. It's one of the fastest growing cities in Canada, so being here and surrounding yourself with other like-minded entrepreneurs is pretty awesome.
Welcome to the VidCast, Dom. The format we're gonna do here is we're gonna be asking you some questions. We're trying to keeping it semi-rapid fire style, but if there's any topics that you want to elaborate on and go forth, that's up to you. But we're gonna shoot some questions at you and get some opinions and views.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds awesome.
Okay, Dom, in line with our sponsor, do you buy natural organic products?
A lot, all the time.
Right on.
Okay, on that note, GMOs.
Oh, they're awful. That shit's nasty. It'll kill you.
Okay, Dom. Dentists say that fluoride protects your teeth against cavities and it's a natural product. What do you think about fluoride? Do you take the fluoride or what?
No, I don't actually. I've actually researched that topic quite a bit. There's 2 types of fluoride found. One is natural, it's calcium fluoride, I believe. And then the other one is sodium fluoride, which is, from my understanding, what they put in the water and what they use for teeth protection. And that stuff's inorganic. Your body doesn't need it. So yeah, I avoid fluoride. And there's actually, the EPA is being sued, I guess, in the States for just that, like the studies that have been done on fluoride. So yeah, no, that's not good stuff.
We're gonna ask you a question on governments. So government, if you were to rate government, would it be A, B, C, D, or F?
In our current political standing, I would say probably a D minus. There's a lot of corruption going on, for sure.
Yeah, do you even think we need governments?
That's a tough one. Ultimately, I'd like to say no, but that requires an evolved population, civilization, spiritually evolved and just maturity-wise, understanding that other people have their own free will and that just because they don't do what you don't want them to, it doesn't give you the right to tell them what to do, right?
I agree.
All right. We're going to switch gears a little here, Dom. Where do you believe humanity originates from, the origins of humanity?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a topic. I don't know if anyone has the true answer to that, but I don't know. I feel like either there's a bit of evolution in there, but I don't think it's the evolution that we've been taught of being, you know, created from single-cell organisms. That's a tough one. Yeah, I do believe there's a creator though, and I don't think we just came out of nothing and evolved from single-cell organisms.
Yeah, on that tip, do you think God exists?
Yeah. Yeah.
What about a devil? You think the devil exists?
The devil? Yeah, my understanding of the devil might be your your ego, sorry. And your ego becomes very self-centered. I think that would be the devil, essentially, where you're thinking me, me, me.
Right.
Yeah.
But not in the Christian depiction, if you will.
Gotcha.
Okay, we're jumping around a little bit here, but what's your take on like medicinal plants and psychedelics?
They definitely break through the ego because it connects you with, I don't know if it's another dimension or maybe, yeah, just not of this physical realm per se. And I think it's good for certain purposes. And they probably shouldn't be used for recreational purposes.
Word. On that note, what do you think about the pineal gland?
The beauty of the pineal gland. That is, again, from my understanding, that it is a receptor or kind of like an antenna in your brain that takes in the spiritual or non-physical signals of the universe. So that's kind of like your connection to source and your heart. But yeah.
Transhumanism, Google implant. Sign me up or hell no?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when you pass, right, you kind of go somewhere else anyway, so I don't know if you have a choice in the matter.
All right. What is your take on false flags?
They definitely exist. The intricacies of how planned they are, I don't know. And maybe we'll never know. But yeah, they definitely take place.
What about the Mandela effect? Have you heard of that, Dom?
I have, actually. I've researched it a little bit. I don't know about you guys and the Berenstein Bears, but because I actually had those books growing up.
Yes.
And so
yes.
That kind of threw me off. I was like, there's no way.
There's no way. I was watching out with my kids daily.
Yeah.
There's no way. I don't know.
And then, what about the Forrest Gump line? Do you guys remember the Forrest Gump line? How does it go?
Life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what, yeah, totally. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Right.
And the Darth Vader one? I don't know, man.
There's so many, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are.
What's your Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies?
I'm heavy into them. I love the idea. I think it really gives freedom back to the people to choose what they can and can't do with their money. You know, obviously there's going to be bad done with it, but so, you know, that badness will always happen. It doesn't matter what form of money you have, but at least in this way, it's not centralized and can't be controlled by one single entity, right?
What would you say is mankind's biggest enemy?
Ego. 100% ego. Being self-centered, thinking you're the only one that matters. That's why it's my depiction of Satan, right? Because until you open yourself up and realize that we're all connected and you know, we all share this reality together, so why not make it the best for everyone? And to do that, you kind of need to eliminate ego.
All right.
Right on.
It seems like we're coming to a pinnacle point in the state of human affairs. In your opinion, what does humanity need to thrive? Like, what do you feel is most important for humanity need to thrive?
I would say, again, connectedness. When you realize that we're all one, when you care for one another, and you just give selflessly, because you know it's going to come back. You know, if everyone acted on that, that would change the world drastically. You know, there wouldn't be any poverty, because you know you yourself wouldn't want to starve, so why let anyone else starve? Especially when you learn, you know, the amount of food waste we have in our country, Western world. Same with shelter. You know, the Western world is abundant of resources, and there's no reason why we can't share it with the world.
What happens if we figure it all out? The control structure, history, God, natural law, afterlife, aliens, interaction, intervention, interdimensions, time, quantum physics, space travel, astral projection, immortality. What happens? What happens if we figure it out, Dom?
Man, I think that's the singularity point. I think that's the point. You know, if you wanted to think of the Big Bang, maybe that's where it all started, right? It's a full circle where you figure everything out, boom. You collapse into one because you know everything. Everyone is ascended. And yeah, you start the game, if you will, all over again. That would be my best guess.
Right on. Well, that's all the time we have for today, Dom. But it's been a pleasure. So awesome having you on. And where can we find your work? Are you online?
I am on Instagram under DCO Style. I'm also on Facebook, just under Dominic Coulombe. I got a page there. You know, if you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, more about Kelowna, you know, whatever, hit me up on either one of those platforms. And yeah, I'd love to connect with anyone who's watching this for sure.
Wicked. Also, we want to say thank you to everyone who's tuned in. Thank you, Dom. We're going to be putting your links in the description box for everybody to check out. And yeah.
DOM Marcel Coulombe. Check him out. Thanks for coming on, brother. Love ya. Seeing you
Love
soon.
you too, man.
Right on.
Thanks for having me.
This episode is brought to you by Zeal's Natural Organic Products, www.zeals.ca, and also TrueCoreTv.com. Truth, freedom, love, and the warrior spirit. Peace.